They told you that retirement takes $5 million and 40 years. But listen, I've helped thousands of people walk away in 10 years or less without gambling on stocks, without sacrificing their lifestyle, and without waiting for someday. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, how did you do this, Ryan? Well, listen, it's not because I have better stock tips. It's because I have a better system and a better perspective on what saving and investing is really all about. Wall Street, they want you playing checkers in a world of chess, saving, deferring, hoping. But hope it's not a plan. If you want real freedom, you need a real system that turns your income into wealth, and one where your wealth equals time. That's what I give these people, and that's exactly what I'm about to give you in this video. Let me first break the myth that keeping millions of dollars trapped in a retirement plan is the best thing to do. Retirement isn't about hitting a number, it's about replacing your income without working. You don't need $5 million of accumulated wealth in a 401k or an IRA. You need a machine, a system that prints $10,000 a month of spendable income even when you sleep. But most people, well, they're stuck in an income game. They're trading time for money. They're playing defense with things like 401ks, IRAs, and savings accounts, hoping that compound interest will save them in 40 years from now. This game is rigged, and if you're playing it, you're already behind. I call this the slow death of wealth. The more you earn, the more they take through taxes, inflation, and ultimately bad financial advice. You're working harder, but you're running on a treadmill. You're ultimately staying stuck. So what's the way out? Well, first off, you walk away from Wall Street and you build on Main Street what is called a passive income machine. The rules on Wall Street are trade your time, cross your fingers, and hope it works out. The rules on Main Street are raise your financial intelligence, take control over your money, and use your money as a tool to build a system that creates spendable income. That's what we call the passive income machine. A system that multiplies your income without multiplying your effort, where your money works harder for you than you do for it. And the results, well, they snowball forward and they do it fast. And I've helped thousands of people build this exact system. And my friends, you're next. So first, let's start with the hard truth. If you keep following that script, the Wall Street script, you're gonna waste decades chasing freedom that will likely never show up. And that's why I put together a free training called How to Retire in 10 Years or Less. Inside this training, I'll show you how I walked away from my corporate career and six-figure salary by the age of 30, how our clients collapse 40 years of timelines into 10 years or less, and how to build tax-free income that you own and control outside of Wall Street. It's live and seats are always limited because I like to give live feedback to the people that attend. So hit pause, click the link, and lock in your spot right now. Now, let me take you back. I was 30 years old. I was making six figures. I was married. I had kids. I had the corporate job. On paper, everything was working. I mean, by every traditional standard, I was winning. But when I ran my numbers through a retirement calculator, it hit me like a punch in the gut. I was going to stay on that path, one where I was trading my life until my mid to late 70s. I mean, imagine that, 79 years old. I remember staring at the screen thinking, how can this be the plan? I did everything that they told me to do. And now I'm not going to have enough money to retire and buy my life back until the age of 79 when I'm too old to enjoy anything? I mean, I was maxing out my 401k. I was getting my company sponsored match. I was saving 20% of my active income. I drove a reasonable car, and yet I was stuck. No leverage, no liquidity, no momentum. That was the day I stopped trying to optimize a broken system and I built a new one instead. I opened my first vault shortly after doing that calculator. A vault is an overfunded whole life insurance policy designed to store capital, grow it tax-free, and stay liquid. It multiplies your money. I leveraged that asset to then go buy turnkey properties, real assets that rise with inflation. I did private lending deals. I did alternative investments. I took control over my money by taking my money off of Wall Street. Every asset that I acquired, it produced income. The income repaid the vault loans that I was taking to buy the assets, and then I just repeated that process. What used to take me years, well, now it takes me months, and the machine compounds forward. And the system, it gets faster with every single cycle. I can leverage my vault to buy another asset, use the army of cash flow that I have coming in to replenish that vault line of credit, and do it faster and faster and faster every time I add another cash flowing asset to the mix. That's how I did it, and that's the same system I have helped thousands of people implement inside of their own lives as well. So here's the shift I want you to make. Stop chasing net worth. Stop relying on Wall Street. Stop waiting for someday and start building cash flow right now. As I mentioned earlier, you don't need millions. You just need a predictable system, one that produces $8,000, $10,000, $15,000 a month of net spendable income. And it shows up whether you work or not. That, my friends, is the real finish line. And that's what the passive income machine gives you. Let me give you a couple of examples. I have a client named Ross, a business owner who had massive tax liabilities. First off, we helped him structure a tax tax strategy to lower those tax liabilities. Then we helped him take the money that you save from taxes and put it into private lending. I call this a private pension, but this private lending is asset-backed real estate that's paying him now every single month. He has $4,000 coming in of tax-advantaged cash flow on a monthly basis, whether he works or not. I've got a couple in their 50s who started with just one rental. Now they own 7, and that combined with their vault will produce over $100,000 a year in passive income. My friends, these aren't someday stories, they're happening right now. Because the people who build these machines, they don't just get rich on paper, they get rich in time, rich in freedom, and rich in control. And if you're ready, this is where it starts for you. So first off, I want you to run your strike number calculation. That's the monthly income that you need to walk away from whatever your active income is on your terms. Once you know that number, everything starts to change. You start to have clarity in exactly what your investments and assets need to produce to give you the freedom that you desire. You stop obsessing over account balances and you start focusing on the only number that builds freedom, income that funds your life. To make it simple, I built a tool just for you. It's the Retirement Health Score Calculator. Just plug in 4 simple numbers and it shows you exactly where you stand. Whether you're buried in debt or just unsure of what to do next, this tool, it's going to reveal the truth for you. If your plan leads to freedom or if it's quietly trapping you. You'll also get a short video where I walk you through exactly how to use this calculator. So click the link below and grab your calculator now. Because playing it safe, it might feel smart, but safety, it's not freedom, and cash flow, that's the opposite. Cash flow is the freedom that you desire. So listen, most people think retirement is out of reach. This next video exposes a retirement lie no one talks about. Watch it now because the path to freedom doesn't start at 65, it starts right here.